Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing the fantasy heavyweight tournament rankings, as we are going to look at my number 20 heavyweight from the last 25 years based on my ranking system, my point system, and that is the former WBO champion Sultan Ibragimov. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. And the heavyweight tournament is coming. We are, once I get done with all the rankings and posting the videos, I am going to start the first round of the tournament, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. So we look at former WBO champion Sultan Ibragimov. He was in 3 world title fights. And that was it. He finished his number 20 based on my point system. He started his career in 2002. He won all of his early fights. And he kind of burst on the scene to prominence back in like 2005 when he stopped Zuri Lawrence in the 11th round. Then he went on to beat Lance Whitaker in 2005 with a 7th round TKO. And that led to a number 1 contenders bout with Ray Austin in 2007. The two went toe-to-toe. They both scored knockdowns in that fight, and the fight was declared a draw. Ray Austin initially got the better of that as he went on to fight for the world title against Vladimir Klitschko. But Ibragimov went in his direction. He defeated a guy named Javier Mora with a first-round TKO in March of 2007. And then that led to a title shot. He was the number 1 contender for Shannon Briggs in June of 2007, and he would get his crack at the title against Briggs. And he would completely outwork Briggs and defeat him by a convincing 12-round unanimous decision as he became the WBO heavyweight champion of the world with that win. In his first defense, he would battle, it was about 4.5 months later, he would battle former 4-time heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield, who was about 45 years old when they fought. He outworked Holyfield to pretty much a one-sided 12-round unanimous decision as he retained his heavyweight title with that win. Then about 4.5 months later, he would defend his title but attempt to unify belts against reigning IBF champion Vladimir Klitschko. And Klitschko would just dominate the action, throw his jab out there, outwork Ibragimov, out-hustle him, and score a convincing 12-round unanimous decision in this win, handing Ibragimov his first loss and really the only loss of his career. Ibragimov would never fight again after this fight, surprisingly. He wouldn't even try to make a comeback. So, Ibragimov, only 3 fights, only 3 heavyweight title fights in his career. Very short span here of a career, as actually his career went from 2002 all the way to 2008. That's all he did. Surprising, because he actually beat Shannon Briggs convincingly. You know, he beat Holyfield, which, okay, whatever. Holyfield was 45 years old, but he still beat him convincingly by unanimous decision. And then he lost to the top guy on my ranking system in Klitschko. A slick southpaw, almost got a unification bout with Ruslan Shagayev. He actually had one of those signed, and Shagayev had to pull out with an injury, so he ended up fighting Evander Holyfield instead. But Ibragimov was a decent fighter, you know, standing at I think he was 6'2 and a half. Or no, he was 6'2. So he was a decent fighter, southpaw, slick, but we really didn't get a good dose of what he could have done. And that's the disappointing thing. So we'll see how he fares in the first round of the tournament, if he can make it into the second round. But not a bad opponent, and might have been a bad matchup for a lot of guys because he was a southpaw boxer. But again, we'll see how he does, and that's it. That's what I got. That's my yeah, before I finish up, you know, I want to really touch on unifying belts. Ibragimov tried to unify belts. After he won the title, he tried to unify with WBA champion Ruslan Shagayev. That fight was signed and ready to go, and Shagayev pulled out. Then he ended up fighting Vladimir Klitschko in a unification bout. So he tried to unify belts. His reign only lasted about 10 months as world champion, because he's won his belt, actually less than that. His reign only lasted about 8 months. He won the title in June of 2007 and then lost it in February of 2008. So not a long reign for the former champion. We'll see how he fares in the first round, and that's it. That's what I got. That's my ranking on my number 20 heavyweight of this millennium, the former WBO heavyweight champion, Sultan Ibragimov. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.